Truly are the glamour side of the competition. They just look so good goal to goal. You've got so many more options this year, and they're much harder at the ball.
Well, I mean, it's only very early in the season. I don't know whether we're the glamour team. That's the way the press decided, I suppose. But I thought we played pretty well for 3 games, and there's a lot of work in front of us. But we're very positive about the way we'll go.
Simon?
Well, yeah, Neil definitely should be happy. I think the Melbourne side we're seeing this year is not the Melbourne side we've seen for a number of years. They played the ball very, very well. I was very impressed with their tackling and the way they went in. And lots of time you'd see not just 1 tackle, but even 2 and 3 and even 4 tackles at one stage, dispossessing Essendon and turning the ball over very well. They kept the ball in the centre corridor a lot. Both sides played very, very good football as far as the tough stuff went, I thought. But Melbourne finished off a lot better. You could see it. They had a lot of runners in the midfield. I thought Lovett did very well. Both Phoebe brothers did very well. Jakovich scored 5 goals for them up that end, whereas Essendon down the other end did struggle to have a full forward and actually didn't do too well until they put Flood up there in the 3rd quarter. Salmon was disappointing, didn't take enough marks. Actually, the big fellas at Essendon are having a bit of a down patch at the moment. There's Lovett there doing what he was doing best, kicking goals. So this is a great goal. This is one of the highlights for Essendon. Buick, he got a great goal off the ground, soccer skills, but they need him around the packs. That's the type of tackling from both sides. This one of his poor kicks, but again, Melbourne getting straight on the ball. That's not a bad little kick from young Lamprill, new fella for them, fairly new fella. This fella did well for Essendon, McCurry. He was one of the shining lights for Essendon. He kicked a couple of goals, always down on the pack. This is the type of stuff, getting the ball out and delivering it very well. The type of stuff Melbourne did very well. Jakovich, a very clear forward line there. Yes, they're going McCurry again.
Are Essendon having problems getting themselves fired up? I mean, that's...
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of that. I think there's a lot of players out of form at the moment. That's part of it. I think they're being... Of course, what happens when you're the premiers, you're watched by the opposition. You are the measuring stick. And this man's doing well, not doing enough. What he does very well, but he needs to do enough, needs to do more. And I think there's a few players like that on the Essendon side. But full credit, this type of thing. And Jakovich used his body well here, used it well, took a good mark. And
do you think Essendon, because they're such a young side, their strength was probably in their, the youthfulness. They're able to keep running all day. But when things are going against them, like all these losses in a row, do you think it goes against them not having the experience to pull them out of it? Right option at the right time? Yeah,
I think that they missed Gary O'Donnell, but then again, Melbourne had Lyon concussed in the 1st quarter, and they missed his experience. So Thompson came back on the side for Essendon and helped. But I think Gary.
Simon.
Yes, Teddy.
Can I ask you a question, Simon?
Please. Have you stopped gyrating?
Have I ever? I'm just about stuffed.
There's a message. There's a message.
You keep out. Hey, Buffett, I'm not talking to you. I want to ask Simon a question. That Melbourne side yesterday, when Essendon got to within 4 points, I thought showed a lot of courage the way they came back and went on to win the game.
Yes, indeed. I think one of Essendon's strengths has been that they do fight back, and they did fight back yesterday and got within the 5 points. But Melbourne sort of put into another gear really, and kept going and run out comfortable.
Balme, yesterday Melbourne's intensity, their good hands. They got a lot of real tough balls that they equalled or got more of, and their pinpointing and skills were very good. There seems to be players that are just growing up.
Shut up, Ted.
You look a lot fatter on television, Brownie.
It's the haircut, the lack of it. The intensity, and there seems to be quite a bit of improvement. Like last year with Lyon going off could have had a big effect on the side, and all of a sudden these guys grew in stature and took it on the chin and just went on and played strongly.
Good coach, Balme. Real good coach, Balme.
I think our blokes have got a fair bit of belief in themselves. I thought the first 2 games that we won, whilst it looked like we won nicely, I thought the thing that set the game up was that we did win the hard footies pretty well. And I reckon that's what happened again yesterday, but Essendon were pretty well up to the mark that we were, and we just got a couple of breaks on them. So I think it's the hard work that we've done is the hallmark of our game rather than the other stuff people
Very modest coach,
Oh, yeah.
Young Neats, you've got down in the back line. When he first came in, you tried him in the forward line as well. Has he settled in? Is that his role for good now? Obviously, versatility will be a key to any player, but is that his role for good now?
No, I think he can play both ends, but he actually, Hurd gave him a bit of trouble early yesterday, but he really hung in there well and finished up, if not getting on top, doing a good job for us. Mm-hmm. But he's well suited there because he's strong, he gets in the way, he takes a nice mark. But I think he can play up forward as well, but I mean, he's only a baby still.
Yeah. Blokes like Tingay and these guys, Doyle, have really lifted their rating. What do you put that down to?
Oh, Tingo had a very good year last year as well, I thought overall last year he was probably never beaten. He might have been.
The work ethic's improved, hasn't it?
Oh, no, I think if one of Melbourne's great strengths has always been that it's been prepared to really work and graft, and I think we've maintained that.
There were 3 goals, set shots by Essendon, 2 by Flood and 1 by Wallace, that when Essendon were getting back into the game could have had a bigger impact, and they missed. I mean, as a coach, you can't really miss those set shots.
But particularly yesterday was a 12-9 game. I mean, it's an enormous turnaround, 3 goals when you've got them from right in front. I think we might have, I don't know, whether we missed a couple. We missed a couple that we probably could have kicked as well, so I guess it evens out a bit, but they were crucial.
It's better with Jakovich actually kicking 5 from about 6 or 7 or 8 shots rather than kicking, say, 8 from 16. He's a better percentage.
Oh, well, it was a pretty tight game. He didn't get the opportunities that he had been getting the other weeks, but I thought he did a good job, Jack.
Sam, are you scared of Neil?
No, I'm listening to...
Hello, where he is. Now, what word out of the funk and wankle dictionary you're going to talk about today, Mr.
Ted, there's a message just in from
What
the
is
Adelaide...
it?
Message just in from the Adelaide airport. You've left your brain on the luggage
Hey.
carousel there. Could you go back and get it?
I think that's good. I reckon that. I look like John Button there.
Airhead.
John, hey, listen, don't you talk about that. Hey, there's some people got a few words. What is this one? Do I know this one? That was back in the...
This means that's the end, Teddy.
That's
We're going to
it.
go to a break,
We're going
mate.
to
Oh,
get
at
a
least I got a
urine
bit of
sample
human
from
for you,
you,
didn't
Ted.
I?
Okay, Neil Balme, thank you very much. Congratulations so far. You've got Brisbane on Friday night. Good luck for that game and the rest of the season. I'm not biased. I brag for Melbourne. The footy show continues after this break.